Here's Gary in Los Angeles, Marina Del Rey, and I am going to show something that I just personally discovered, and that's a new use of the elbow to knee drill. Okay, so here's elbow to knee. On each stroke, the upper elbow touches the same side knee. I actually like to try to get it a little bit inside the knee. And what this does is forces you to rotate, to actually drive your legs, because you have to raise that knee that you're touching and extend the other one. And it rotates, forces you to rotate your hips, which I find challenging. So we can do that. Try to maintain that same feeling I'm getting in the hips. I can't really see too much when I start paddling more normally, like this. So before I would be doing elbow to knee and then just a normal paddle, trying to retain that feeling in the hips. But I'm also trying to lower my top hand. And I have a number of reasons for that. One is that it was too high to begin with, but I want to bring it even lower, and we'll discuss that separately. So I want to keep it about shoulder height or even lower. So now when I do my elbow to knee, I'm going to gradually come up a little bit with my top hand. So I'm looking and I'm almost touching, but not quite. And that does two things. Keeps my top hand lower because I'm almost touching. And if I look down, I can see where my elbow would be if it were touching, right? I can sort of see what that looks like when I'm touching. Right now I'm not touching, but it still looks pretty much the same. So I would imagine I'm still rotating pretty well. Now you can cheat, right? You can still move your elbow out without rotating your hips and your torso. But I'm going to try not to do that. So now, again, elbow to knee, and then almost to knee. It should look pretty much the same. Not sure how it's going to look from the camera. And it should bring my top arm lower. So let's see how low I can bring my, yeah, even if I'm this low, I think I'm about shoulder. I want to try to get below shoulder. You can sort of see that by the angle of the paddle. Normally I'm about 45, and a little bit low 45 would be around nose, but I want it like 30 or less than that. So I want a pretty flat paddle. But no matter how flat I bring it, normally, I can, yeah, it's hard to touch elbow to knee. I can sort of touch my part of my forearm to my knee. So anyway, this is, I think, going to be useful for me to both help with my rotation, see if I am doing the rotation, even when I'm not actually touching elbow to knee, and flattening out the angle of my forward stroke here, which I want to do for a number of reasons. So there you go. Something to try out.